Hi, so this is in response to so many people asking if I would just record a daily breathing practice. The one that most of you who have asked for it, you do have the printed out version, but this is to just kind of, give you the instructions so that you can get your practice going on your own. So I'm going to go through the whole handout that you have. And if you still have questions after this, really, I would love it if you would respond in the comments under the video and let me know how I'm not being clear or what other information you would like. So we're going to start with establishing Ujjayi breath. And if you're new to Ujjayi breathing, this breath is the breath that you hear people doing in a physical yoga practice, right? It's done with the throat. And the easiest way to find it is just take the first two fingers of one of your hands, place the fingertips at the soft part of the throat. As you inhale, excuse me, as you inhale, you're vacuuming the throat back. You're making a sound that doesn't need to be that loud. I'm being loud so you can hear it. As you exhale, you're fanning the soft part of the throat forward again. And if we were to do it with our mouth open, it would be a ha. And then we'll do it with the mouth closed. Vacuum that breath in. You can see how the soft part of the throat is retracting. Exhale with the mouth closed. But imagine you still have your mouth open, right? And it's like you're trying to fog up a mirror in front of you. So again, I'm not going to spend too long on coaching you through how to do Ujjayi breath. There's lots of videos on how to do Ujjayi breath. That's the easiest way I know to get you going with that. So go ahead and close your eyes and come to a comfortable seated position. You can do this entire practice sitting in a chair. There may be times where I'd ask you to lie down, but either lying down or on a chair is fine. You can also be seated as I am on a bolster or some kind of a pillow, several bolsters, whatever, just so you're comfortable and your spine can be extended. Once you've started to establish your Ujjayi breath, you're going to start with a long, strong inhale. Count how long it's taking you to inhale. Take an exhale that is at least as long as the previous in-breath. Make sure that as you inhale, you're inhaling down into the belly. So if you're new to belly breathing or abdominal breath or diaphragmatic breath, put your hands below your navel and make sure that everything below the navel expands on the inhale and contracts back in on the exhale. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Keep that going. We're going to be just practicing Ujjayi breath for another 2 minutes. I'm going to be timing this. Still inhaling for at least 5 seconds long, exhaling for at least as long as the previous in-breath. If you've established a 5-second inhale easily, try to challenge yourself to take a longer inhale, maybe inhale for 6 or 7, exhale for maybe 7 or 8. We have about 45 more seconds to go. Finish this round of breath that you're on and take one more round of Ujjayi breathing. Hold empty now. At the end of your exhalation, hold empty. Draw your belly button toward your spine and find Uddiyana Bandha. Release your bandha and take a deep inhale, Ujjayi inhale. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Remember, you're sending the breath down into the belly. Exhale all the air back out, counting to at least as long as it took you to inhale. You're going to exhale. Once you are empty, hollow out the belly, hold empty. If you're not sure what Uddiyana Bandha is, just hold your body empty. Release Uddiyana Bandha. Do that one more time. Deep inhale for, again, at least 5 seconds, as long as you got the breath to happen when we were doing it earlier. Exhale for the same duration as the inhale, if not longer. At the end of your exhale, hold empty. Draw the navel back toward the spine with Uddiyana Bandha. Release your bandha and take a strong inhale. Good, now coming back to the hands and the knees. If you have a bolster there, you can just put one knee on either side of the bolster. It's helpful if you do have that, because when we squeeze inner thighs together, hold 1 second, just hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a yoga block as well, which I'll show you how to use in a second to help you find that. We're gonna take an inhale and extend the spine here. Exhale through the mouth now, like you are shh, saying shh, right? Really loud. Shh. Round the back, engage your abdominals. Now squeeze your inner thighs around that bolster. And then pull the belly button in and up toward the spine while you're empty. You're ready to inhale, take an inhale, extend the spine, relax your inner thighs. And again, long, strong exhale through the mouth, rounding the back. Hold empty and find Uddiyana Bandha. Release when you need to. Do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale all the air out. Hold empty. Remember, you're squeezing your knees around the bolster, hollowing out the belly here. And go ahead and release that. Take your inhale. This time, exhale all the air out. Round it up. Hold empty. But now do Agnisara, turning the belly button in and up, release, 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 as many times as you can while holding empty. When you need to take an inhale, go ahead and extend your spine and do that again. Exhale all the air out. Hollow out. And then do the churning. Squeeze the bolster with your inner thighs to help you find that deep internal contraction. And then do the churning. Inhale, release. Exhale all the air out. Squeeze around the bolster. Hold empty and churn. Good. If you don't have a bolster, use your block, your yoga block or a big thick book. Place it between your inner thighs. Making sure that you're squeezing the block with your inner thighs, especially on the exhale. Exhale, round the back, squeeze the block, draw the sit bones toward the block. Hold empty, Agnisara. Okay, do around maybe 10 of these every day. Do them on an empty stomach. Okay. You could drink some water or some, coffee even, tea, whatever, but no food. Okay, and then do about 10 rounds of Agnisara. With all the time that I took to get the bolster and all that stuff, it's probably have time for 10. Okay, once you're done with Agnisara, you're gonna sit back onto your heels and move into a child's pose so that we can take our kidney breathing, okay? Again, if you have a bolster, you can place the bolster between your thighs. If you have a bolster and a block, you can put a block forward so that there's space between the bolster and the block for your breathing to take place. Okay. However you're setting yourself up, make sure you can breathe. So if you don't have a block, put your forehead on your forearms, you can stack the forearms, but consciously breathe now to the back, your kidneys and everything below the kidneys, right? So your kidneys are housed right underneath these lowest ribs. You're gonna puff up, and you're doing this through the nose with Ujjayi breath still, by the way. You're gonna puff up the lower back, the lowest ribs, and then below that, that's the entire kidney area, right? Everything down until basically the back of the pelvis. So we're trying to breathe across this lower back area from the lowest ribs all the way down to the top of the pelvis. And that's all you're doing. Now, it may be helpful for you to bring your own hands back into your lower back. I want you to visualize on the inhale that you're expanding your kidneys outward. And remember that you are in child's pose, right? And on your exhale, you are picturing, while you're exhaling, you're picturing squeezing your kidneys, massaging the kidneys, and even stimulating the adrenal glands. If this is not a comfortable pose for you, you can sit up like I am, sitting on the bolster with your legs on either side, and you can breathe into your back. It's just the other way allows for much more openness and ease in finding your back body. Puff up the back, right? So we're going to do a few more breaths like that. I'm just going to breathe with you. We're still inhaling for at least what we were doing while we were in that seated pose. So if we got to 10 on the in, we're inhaling for 10 here. And we're exhaling for as long as the in breath. Inhale and count how long it's taking you to inhale. Puff up your back like you're inflating 2 balloons underneath your ribs. Count how long it takes you to exhale. You're deflating those balloons, squeezing around the balloons to squeeze that last bit of air out, like you're massaging your kidney adrenal area. Finish this round and take 3 more rounds of kidney breathing. Once you've done 3 or 4 more rounds of kidney breathing, roll up slowly. And then I will have you, you can stay seated in a chair if you'd like. It's easier to find for me if you lie down for this one. So if you do have a bolster, you can put a bolster underneath you. Otherwise, it's not really necessary. Slide that bolster right next to your sacrum, lay back onto the bolster. If that's too much, take your block if you have it, place it underneath your sacrum. And it just allows the chest to be a little more open, which then isn't hindering your breath. You're going to start with your hands on your belly. This is full diaphragmatic breath. This one can be skipped because you can do this one when you're doing Ujjayi breath, but again, you may want it. It's nice to do it right here because you've been seated for a while and then bending your knees. This is just one that allows you to be more open. So you're going to start with your hands on your belly. Take an inhale into the belly. Let the belly rise. On the exhale, the belly falls. Inhale, let your belly rise. Exhale, the belly descends. Do a few more like that. We talked about how to do that with Ujjayi breath. You're still doing Ujjayi breath here. Okay, now we're going to move our hands up to our rib cage. So that's full diaphragmatic breath, right? You can do that with Ujjayi breath. You can do that at the very beginning of your practice. This is now starting into 3-part breath, which is the way I'm going to teach you Viloma. So once you've got the diaphragm breathing and moving, right, then transfer your awareness up to your ribs. You're going to put the thumbs on the back of your ribs, the fingers on the front of the ribs, palms on the side. Start breathing into your lower thoracic cavity, pulling your ribs open with your intercostals. Doesn't mean the diaphragm isn't working, right? Keep the diaphragm working, but the belly won't rise as much because we're focused on intercostals now. So taking an inhale, breathe into your ribs. Try to breathe to your back ribs like we found in our kidney breathing as well. The belly is still rising. On the exhale, the belly is still descending, but the ribs are also squeezing together. Inhale, pull the ribs open. Let the diaphragm descend into the lower abdomen. Exhale, bring the ribs back together. Let the navel descend back down toward the spine. One more time like that. Strong exhale. Good. Now bring your hands up so that your thumbs are on the shoulders. Fingers are pointed toward the sternum. Inhale into your upper thoracic cavity. And with the bolster underneath your shoulder blades, breathe into the shoulder blades. Push your shoulder blades into the bolster. This doesn't mean that the belly isn't expanding. Doesn't mean the ribs stop moving. Keep it going. Just focus on getting that breath to move all the way up into the upper lobes of your lungs and all the way into the chest without your shoulders coming up around the ears. That's why your thumbs are on your shoulders. 2 more breaths like that. Okay, start with a strong exhale. Make sure you're empty. Inhale, focus on pulling the ribs that are attached to your sternum. Pull them open, spread them open. Again, make sure that the belly is still rising. Lower ribs are still expanding. On exhale, lower belly deflates. Your ribs are knitting back together. Your chest is deflating. Your shoulder blades are moving toward each other. One final breath like that. Make sure the shoulders are moving away from each other on inhale. Without the shoulders coming up around the ears on inhale. On the exhale, shoulder blades down the back, nice and easy, as they move toward each other, which is going to help you activate your core a lot more. And I'm not sure why activating your upper back helps you activate your lower belly, but it does work. Now bring your arms down and we'll take Viloma. Start with a strong exhalation. This is one of many ways to do Viloma. Viloma simply means pattern interrupt, basically. We're going to start with a strong exhale. Inhale first only to your belly, your abdominal pelvic cavity. Lower back is expanding as well. We're going to pause and hold there, feeling 1/3 of the way full. Take a second inhale into your floating ribs. Back, front, and both sides. Pause and hold. Feeling 2/3 of the way full. Take a third inhale up into this third quadrant, the third third, right? Pause and hold, feeling completely full of breath. Exhale first from your chest. Exhaling it out through the nostrils. Then take your second exhale, and we're just going through the exhale without a pause, but exhale from the ribs, pushing it out through the tailbone. Keep the third part of the exhale going, again without holding between, but push it out through the tailbone as well. Let's do that much again. Inhale into the first third, the abdominal pelvic cavity, front, back, both sides. Hold. Inhale into the second third, your thoracic, your lower thoracic cavity, your floating ribs, front, back, and both sides. Hold again. Inhale all the way up into the third part, right? Feeling completely full of breath. Your armpits are breathing, your chest is breathing, your upper back is full of breath. Hold. Exhale first from the chest, moving the first part of the exhale through the nostrils. Second part of the exhale continues, but moves out through the solar plexus area, out through the tailbone. Keep the last bit of exhale going, move it out through the tip of the tailbone with strong abdominals, pressing the internal organs, squeezing that last bit of breath out. Again, inhale into belly and lower back, back of pelvis. Hold. Inhale into solar plexus, floating ribs, hold. Inhale into chest, upper back, armpits, hold again. Exhale through the nostrils from the chest. Exhale from the solar plexus to the tailbone. Keep exhaling, keep that same exhale going. Out of the belly, out of the tailbone, into the ground beneath you. Squeeze everything as strongly as you can. Okay, adding one more element. Inhale first to your abdominal pelvic cavity, pause and hold. Think of the pelvis filling with breath as much as the abdomen fills with breath. Inhale into the thoracic cavity, solar plexus, front, back, both sides, pause and hold. Inhale into upper thoracic cavity, chest, upper back, shoulders. Shoulders are broadening, not lifting, pause and hold. Exhale first from the chest, through the nostrils, hold, feeling 2/3 of the way full. Exhale again from the floating ribs, out through the tailbone, pause, hold, feeling still like you've got a little bit more breath to exhale from the belly. Then take a third exhalation out from the belly, out through the tailbone, holding empty at the end of your exhale. Again, inhale into the first third. Hold. Inhale into the second third. Hold. Inhale into the last third. Hold, feeling completely full of breath. Exhale from the upper thoracic through the nostrils, hold. Inhale from the second third, from the mid-thoracic cavity, and lower thoracic, I should say. Push that out through the tailbone, hold. Third exhale from the gut. Push it out, squeeze all of the internal organs housed in this part of the body. Squeeze, push out, hold your out breath. And again, inhale into first third. Hold. Second third. Hold. Final third. Hold. Exhale from chest out through nostrils, only 1/3 empty. Hold. Exhale from solar plexus out through tailbone. 1 more third, hold. Exhale a third time from the abdominal pelvic cavity. Push that last bit of breath out through the tailbone. Hold your out breath. Do that at least 1 more time. Your own time and pace. When you're done, take 3 rounds of Ujjayi breath without any manipulation of the breath at all, any holding. You're just inhaling to to fullness, exhaling to emptiness. And that is Viloma. When you are done with your 3rd round of regular old Ujjayi breath, you're going to come up, and now we're going to do Nadi Shodhana. This one is not done with Ujjayi breath. Take your right hand and fold down the first 2 fingers of your right hand, or place the first 2 fingers of your right hand at your forehead center. Take your thumb to the outside of the right nostril, the last 2 fingers to the outside of the left nostril. Again, this is not the only way to do this. This is my favorite way of doing this. It's a more active and balanced, in my opinion, way to do this. So we're going to start by taking an exhale through both nostrils. Now, if it's in the morning or you're wanting to wake up, you're wanting to have more energy, you're going to start with setting the ratio through the right nostril. If it's at night or you want to calm yourself down, you're going to set the ratio by starting the inhale through the left nostril. So I'm going to assume you're doing this in the morning. We're going to exhale out through both nostrils first. Close off the left nostril gently. Inhale through the right nostril without Ujjayi breath. So you're sniffing the breath in. You're directing it to your 3rd eye, which is why having your fingertips there can help. And then you are exhaling. So you'll cover your right nostril, exhale through the left nostril, uncover the left nostril, and exhale for the same amount of time. Keep that nostril open. Inhale for the same duration to the forehead center. Close off your left nostril. Open the right and exhale through the right for the same duration. Inhale through the right. Take the breath up to 3rd eye. Close both nostrils. Exhale through the left for the same duration that it just took you to inhale. Inhale through left nostril up to 3rd eye. Close off left nostril, open right nostril, exhale through right nostril for the same amount of time. Okay, this is not one that I can really count you through if you're doing a much shorter or longer breath than I am, but I am going to count you through it, which is around a 5 or 6 second inhale and 5 or 6 second exhale. So if you haven't, if you're going, just go, right? If you need a little more, talking through it, we'll start by exhaling through both nostrils. Close off the left. Inhale through the right and count how long it takes you. Close off. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close off. Exhale through the right. Inhale. Exhale through the left. Inhale through left. Close off. Exhale through right. Inhale through right. Close off. Exhale through left. Inhale through left. Close off. Exhale through right. Keep it going. When your mind wanders, start with an exhale. Begin again, reset the ratio. If you're inhaling for 8, you're exhaling for 8, you're inhaling through 8, and you're exhaling for 8. Okay? So there's nothing hard about it. The hardest part is just paying attention. Keep that going for at least 5 more rounds. Let's do around 5 more rounds. Remember that once you exhale through the right nostril, that is the end of one round. You are inhaling by sniffing the breath in, not with Ujjayi, so your throat is not involved. You're sniffing the breath up to the forehead center and holding your attention there. Then exhaling and watching the pathway of the breath move out through the left nostril for the same duration. As you inhale, you're sniffing the breath up through the left nostril to touch the third eye. Hold your attention at third eye for a moment. Exhale through the right. Again, the exhale is only through the nostril. We're not doing Ujjayi breath on the exhale. So you're probably done with your 5 rounds. Take 3 more rounds. Sorry, take 3 more rounds of regular old breathing, regular nostril breathing, not Ujjayi. And then simply sit still for a moment. Just notice how you're feeling in your body. Notice that you're probably feeling fairly centered and fairly grounded. And it's at this point that we would then kind of veer off in 2 directions. One is, do you want to get more meditative? If so, we're going to do more meditative breath. If you want to get more energized, right? And then move on with the rest of your day and get going. We're now going to do that. I'm going to assume you're going to get up and get going, right? So the next one is Viloma. I'm sorry, the next one is fire breathing. All right, fire breathing is done with through the mouth. I'm going to take an inhale, 1 deep in breath. You're going to follow that up with strong exhales over and over again. So deep breath in through the nostrils and then exhale through the mouth. Good. So that's the little intro, right? I want to show you the side view. Be seated in whatever position is comfortable for you. The side view is that your exhale is making the navel go in, right? So deep inhale, let the belly expand. Strong exhale. Hold your out breath with Uddiyana Bandha. Release your bandha, take another inhale. And again, exhale all the air out and start your Ujjayi. Start your fire breathing again. 4, 3, 2, last exhale, strong exhale, long exhale, empty all the air out, hold your out breath with Uddiyana Bandha. You might want to lean forward a bit and just draw navel in and up. Release your bandha, take an inhale, hold your inhale. And then take a passive exhalation. We're going to do one more set of this. We're going to try to get you to 108. Okay. A little faster. If you get tired, take a break and just start over. Okay, so don't feel like you have to get to 108, but that's the goal. So we might as well get there on this video so that if you want to do it with the video, you can eventually work your way up. All right. If you're doing it on your own, you just count with your fingers. So once you get to 10, you fold down your thumb, and then you fold down the next finger, and then the next finger. You just keep folding down the fingers. Once you get to all 10 fingers, you're at 100, and then hopefully you can count to 8. Right, so deep breath in and go. 6, 7, 8, exhale all the air out. Hold empty with Uddiyana Bandha. Release the bandha, take an inhale, hold the inhale. And a passive exhale, letting go of holding the inhale side of the breath. Notice how you're feeling right now. And then press from your seated position to a downward facing dog for a moment. Take a few breaths in downward facing dog. Take the bolster out of the way if you've been sitting on a bolster or whatever. Walk your hands toward your toes. And then you're going to connect to the earth here. This next one is Anahata breath. This would be the last thing that you do if you're about to go off into the rest of your day, right? So again, this is Anahata connection breath. We're going to start by connecting the ground to the sky. So we're going to come up. Oops, I'm going to slide this back a bit. Sweep the arms overhead. So you're doing a reverse swan dive. Oops. And as you exhale, sorry about that, bring your hands to your heart center. Okay, so from there, we're going to take the hands from the heart and reach out to plug into the sky. Exhale, dive forward, connecting the sky to the ground. You want to think of your body as a conduit. Let's do that much and then we'll add on. So reversing your swan dive, inhale up, connecting ground to sky. Exhale, pull the sky energy to your heart. Inhale from your heart, reach out to each other, to all of your community, right? Even if you're the only one in your room, right? Just reaching out to your community. As you exhale, draw all of that back in, bringing it into your own heart. Inhale from heart to heaven. And just like we did before, exhale into your swan dive, connecting the sky to the ground. Inhale, ground to sky. Ujjayi breath. Exhale, sky to heart. Inhale, reach out to everyone around you. Exhale, gather all of the energy that you just shared or that people shared with you, bring it into your own heart. Inhale, extend to the heavens. The breath is still descending into the belly, and exhale, connecting that sky energy to the earth energy as you fold. Inhale, keep going. Reach up, sky to, or ground to sky. Exhale, sky to heart. Inhale, heart reaching out to community. Exhale, from your community, gather energy needed and bring it into your own heart. Inhale from heart, plug into the heavens. Exhale from heaven to earth. Okay, and you just keep that going. You can make this movement your own. This would be, if you're going to do a yoga practice at this point, this would be a perfect time to move into your yoga practice. If you would like to keep meditating, and you've already done this, right? You've already done your fire breathing or whatever, you can always sit back down and finish off the rest of the practice, or skip over that last part and go right into meditation after Nadi Shodhana, right? So after that alternate nostril breathing, we're going to go right into a more meditative breath. Coming back into any comfortable cross-legged position. Again, propping yourself up, sitting in a chair. From Nadi Shodhana, we will take ear breathing. Just want to make sure I went over everything that I gave you. I did not go over Antir and Bahir Kumbhak with Bandha. Okay, so it's just like it sounds. You can do that after your fire breathing, or you can do that. In fact, let's do it right here after you come out of your Anahata connection breath. So again, this one is a little more meditative in nature. Gets us ready for ear breathing. If you are not going to do fire breathing, right? If you're just preparing for bed, you don't want to do fire breathing. Do Viloma, then do Antir and Bahir Kumbhak, and then do Nadi Shodhana. Okay? So again, remember Viloma was just the 3-part breath that we broke up, we paused. All right, so taking a long exhale. Ujjayi breath, inhaling. At the top of your inhale, pause and hold. Exhale. Lean forward slightly, take Uddiyana Bandha, hold Uddiyana Bandha. Release the bandha slowly, inhale slowly. Hold your in-breath. Shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale. Hold your out breath with Uddiyana Bandha. Release your bandha slowly. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, lean forward. Hold with Uddiyana Bandha. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you can go longer, go longer. If you have to go shorter, go shorter. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Uddiyana Bandha, hold. Release the bandha, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold Uddiyana Bandha. One more time, release your bandha, hold. So release the hold, take an inhale. Hold it. Unclench your jaw, but hold your breath. And exhale for the same duration that it took you to inhale. Once you're empty, hold empty with Uddiyana Bandha for as long as you can, right? I mean, not as long as you can maybe, but at least as long as you were exhaling, right? So if you just exhale for 8, you're holding the Bandha for 8. Release that. Ultimately, now just go ahead and breathe normally, but ultimately you'd want to do at least 10 rounds of Antir and Bahir Kumbhak. Kumbhak simply means hold your breath. That's all it means. So Antir means you hold it before, at the top of the inhale, Bahir is at the bottom of the exhale. You don't have to do both. I like doing both. Again, I like the activity. I like that it works my abs, works your core really well. And I like the attention required to do, kind of put you in that meditative state while you're still giving yourself a little bit of heat, right? Generating a little heat in the body. So now we're going to do, you could do, again, like I said, do that after Viloma and before Nadi Shodhana. You could certainly do it after Nadi Shodhana, especially if you were going to then transition from Nadi Shodhana to fire breathing, okay? If you want to move to a meditative place from Nadi Shodhana, your breathing would probably be a good place to go to next. So we'll go ahead and close the eyes. Imagine that you are able to see your breath, right? Put some silver, some sparkly, some glitter on your breath so that it becomes seeable, right? As it moves out through the nostrils and as it moves in through the nostrils. And you're imagining, or not even imagining, but you're watching 2 streams come in through both nostrils. You're watching those 2 streams of breath become one at the forehead center. On your exhale, watch the 1 become 2 as it moves back out through both nostrils, and then watch the pathway of that shimmery breath move out through the nostrils as far away from your body as possible. Take an inhale, hold the 2 streams of breath from well beyond your body into the nostrils, pull those 2 streams of breath to become 1 at the forehead center. Exhale, watch the 1 become 2 as it moves out through both nostrils, out into the space around the body, and watch the pathway of that shimmery exhale move out as far as you can beyond the body. One more time like that. Inhale through the nostrils to the 3rd eye. Watch 2 become 1. Exhale, watch 1 become 2 as it moves back out through the nostrils. Now, really important you keep your physical eyes relaxed here. We're not squeezing the eyes shut or squeezing up the face. We're not concentrating, right? We're just watching, just watching. All right, now we're going to inhale through the nostrils, pull 2 to become 1 at 3rd eye. Physical eyes stay very relaxed. Exhale through the ears now. So you're taking those 2 streams of air and splitting them out in 2 equal and opposite directions. And now they're moving out to either side of the room on your inhale. On your exhale. As you inhale, pull the 2 in through either ear, right, through the left and the right, evenly and equally, so that those 2 streams join at the 3rd eye, at the end of your inhale. Exhale, watch the 1 become 2 again as it moves out through the nostrils Watch that sugary breath move out into the space around you, as far away from you as possible. Again, inhale, pull the 2 streams of air through the nostrils to third eye. Hold your attention at third eye for a moment. Exhale out through the ears. Good. Inhale through the ears. Watch it happen. Up to the third eye. Hold your attention at third eye for a moment. Exhale out through the nostrils again and into the space around you. Inhale through the nostrils. 2 become 1. Exhale, 1 becomes 2 out through the ears. Inhale, the 2 streams through both ears to meet again and become 1 at third eye. Exhale, 1 becomes 2. Move it out through both nostrils. Watch the breath as it moves well beyond the confines of the nostrils. Keep it going. Inhale through the nostrils to third eye. Watch the breath. Keep physical eyes relaxed. Exhale from third eye out through the ears. Inhale through the ears to third eye. Exhale from third eye through the nostrils. Inhale through nostrils. Watch the 2 become 1. Hold attention at 1. Exhale from 1 become 2. Out through both ears. Watching the pathway of the breath move in 2 equal and opposite directions. Inhale from both of those directions back so that the 2 meet and become 1 again at third eye. Hold attention at third eye. Exhale from third eye out through both nostrils. Keep it going in your own time and pace. Follow the rhythm of your breath. Take at least 3 more rounds. A round begins as you pull the breath in through the nostrils to the third eye. A round ends when you move the breath from the third eye out through the nostrils again. Remember that the ear breathing is in between those 2 points. And by the way, you can do Ujjayi breath or regular nostril breathing here. It's up to you. Finish the round that you're on. If it's your last round, to start your normal breathing. If you have, I think probably most of us have 1 more round to do, so go ahead and take your final round after finishing the round that we were just on. Inhaling 2 become 1. Exhale out through ears. Inhale through ears to become 1. Exhale, 1 becomes 2 again. And now you're going to inhale to bring your attention back to your third eye. Let the breathing practice fall away, but stay with your third eye. Keep your attention on your third eye. Your physical eyes are relaxed. You're not looking up with your physical eyes at your third eye. Right? Your awareness is there. And it's like you're almost like you're looking down at the rest of your body from the vantage point of your third eye. When your mind wanders, come back to your ear breathing for 1 round. And then bring your attention back to your third eye until the mind wanders away again. Do 1 more round of ear breathing. Come back to focusing on your third eye, etc. Finally, we're going to transfer that awareness right into the spine. This last one is Sushumna Wash or spine meditation. Again, there's a lot of different ways to do this. So I'm going to have you look at your spine from the vantage point of your third eye. So it's like you're looking down at the spine itself, from the top of the spine at the base of your skull, all the way down to the bottom of the spine, the tip of the tailbone. Imagine gazing up at the crown of your head with your third eye. Keep the physical eyes relaxed. Imagine that you can create a small opening at the top of your head. Imagine a funnel placed at this opening. As you inhale, focus your attention above the funnel, intentionally vacuuming the air through the funnel, through the crown of your head, and down to the top of your spine. So it's concentrated right there at the base of the skull. As you exhale, intentionally plunge the exhale down the length of your spine until you reach the tailbone. Imagine the smallest opening at the tip of your tailbone and move the exhale out and down and into the earth beneath you. Again, bring your attention up to the crown of your head. Vacuum your inhale in. Think about it as pure concentrated life force, prana, chi, ki. Hold this concentrated life force through the funnel, through the skull, to settle at the top of the spine. As you exhale, and this could be a very subtle exhale, plunge the exhale slowly down the spine, like you have a French press, right? That you're just pushing, and the breath will feel more concentrated as you press the breath down. Imagine that there's that little opening in the tip of the tailbone, and press the breath out through the tip of the tailbone and into the ground beneath you. Inhale through the crown of your head, through that funnel. Concentrating your pure prana in your skull for a moment at the top of the spine. Exhale, plunge that pure prana all the way down. Or think about it washing the spine all the way down to the tailbone. Out through the tailbone and into the ground beneath you. Now, you can drop this exercise at any point in time when you feel like you can focus on your spine without doing that breath. When the mind wanders, come back to your skull breath on the inhale and the exhale that pours all the way down the spine and out of the tip of the tailbone into the ground. When you are complete with this, and this could be, you can be complete right now, because it's just a washing of your spine every morning or every evening or both. But when you're complete, make sure that you seal up that opening you created at the crown of your head and seal up that small opening you created at the tip of the tailbone. And sit as a container, just noticing how your body is alive, energized, radiant, filled with prana. Whenever you are ready, you would then, of course, open your eyes, get on with the rest of your day. If you did have more time and you had been doing your meditation and you wanted to end with shh, 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 right? The fire breathing, that's just a good one to just get anything that's come up to the surface to be released from your meditation, to get that out. Then you could do your connection breath, the connecting ground to sky, connecting sky to heart, connecting heart to each other, connecting each other to back to yourself, connecting self to the heavens, and connecting the heavens back down to the earth, that one. And then either get into your yoga practice at that point or get on with your day. When you do it on your own, and once you've learned the routine, it's going to take about 45 minutes to get through every single thing that we did. It took us an hour because I was explaining everything, right? But once you have the routine, you can do it in 45 minutes. It gives you a core workout. It stimulates all the major glands and internal organs of your body. It really gets your metabolism going. It's a great, great way to start your day. Thanks so much. And thanks for asking me to do that. Take care.